But I want to give you an example of action and how you really can't control the outcome. Picture an athlete, okay? For me, it's Kobe Bryant, late great Kobe Bryant. When I watch his interviews after he scored 50 points, he did that quite often. So after he scored 50 points, the reporter would grab him and say, "Hey, Kobe, man, today you killed it. You scored 50 points." You know what Kobe would say? And all great athletes say, because they have this mindset? They'll say something like this. They'll say, well, today, first of all, they'll thank their teammates usually, but they'll say, hey, today the ball just happened to go in the net. What's up, everybody? I want to talk to you today about momentum. It is a topic near and dear to me because a lot of times thought I was taking action into life. I thought I was in movement, and I would do things for a little while and then I would stop, and I felt uneasy. So if you ever had that uneasy feeling where you can't pinpoint why that is and you're not feeling completely happy, you are probably not in momentum. I'm going to share with you guys how to get into momentum and the importance of momentum in today's video. Sometimes we put a number to our happiness. What do I mean by that? I'll only be happy when I make an X amount of dollars. I'll only be happy when I lose an X amount of weight or I look a certain way. Well, what if I told you or shared with you that even when you hit that dollar figure, and even if you reach that health goal, you're still not going to be totally happy, because the happiness comes in when you're in momentum. You ever heard that phrase that the beauty's in the process, or love the process, or the journey? Well, there's truth to that, because in that journey of achieving what you want to achieve, you are in momentum. I read a quote one time, and I think it was from Tony Robbins. I'm probably going to butcher it, but this is what it was about. Depression comes when the blueprint in your mind does not match the blueprint of your life. So you are not happy because the vision you have of yourself in your mind doesn't match reality. And to match your reality to your vision, you have to take action. And when you take that action, you are in movement. That causes momentum. Okay, think about a snowball. We all heard about this before. A snowball on top of a huge hill starts off like a pebble. And then you roll it down that hill, it starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now you have this big, huge snowball that you can't even call a snowball anymore. It's like an avalanche coming down, and it is creating huge momentum, and it's picking up snow wherever it goes, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I want you to picture yourself like that snowball, and you start off really small. And then what happens is you start taking action. You start moving down that hill. So as you move down the hill, the gravity of that hill gets you into momentum. As you pick up more snow, that snow makes you bigger, what gets you more momentum. So what does that look like in your life? Well, the actions that you take in your life is going to give you gravity, because it's going to give you confidence. It's going to cause some belief. That belief is going to want to get you more action. You're going to do more things because now you got a win. Once you get a win under your belt, now you want to do more action because you love that feeling of winning. And guess what? That picking up of the snow, that's energy. As you start moving in action, you build momentum. You are vibrating rather on a different frequency, a higher frequency. And when you're vibrating on a higher frequency, the universe is throwing other things in your way. You start getting good luck all of a sudden. So the person that sat there and had no luck, oh, I have bad luck. No, you don't. It's because you're not in momentum. Good luck happens when you're in momentum, and you see a person that's in momentum that sees opportunity, luck magically appears. Now, how do you start this? How do you start this momentum? Well, it really starts with action, but I want to give you an example of action and how you really can't control the outcome. Picture an athlete. Picture your favorite athlete. Okay, for me, it's Kobe Bryant, late great Kobe Bryant. And When I watch his interviews after he scored 50 points, let's say, he did that quite often. So after he scored 50 points, the reporter would grab him and say, "Hey, Kobe, man, today you killed it. You scored 50 points." You know what Kobe would say? And all great athletes say, because they have this mindset, they'll say something like this. They'll say, well, today, first of all, they'll thank their teammates usually, but they'll say, "Hey, today the ball just happened to go in the net. Tomorrow it might not. I'm grateful that today they went in the net." Why do they say that? Because when you are taking action for yourself, you are letting go of the outcome. The outcome doesn't matter because you can't control that outcome. Let's take Kobe Bryant, for example. He woke up early in the morning, like 4 a.m. He went to the gym. He did what he did. He took his 1,000 jump shots, practiced basketball. Then he went again 2 more times. Okay, so he used to practice 3 times a day. Well, he's practicing. He is doing his part. So as long as someone is doing their part, the outcome doesn't matter. The outcome was not his choice. He can go and play on court and the ball might just hit the rim all day. He might be off by a fraction and now the ball is not going in. But what gives him solace, what should give you solace, is doing the work. If you do the practice every single day in your field, for me, it's real estate. I owe everything to my real estate license. I tell everybody that because before I got my real estate license, I was that guy that never tried at anything. I definitely wasn't in momentum. I was a procrastinator. Tomorrow was my favorite word. I would skip school and not study for my exam. And of course, I would get a bad mark. Do you think I was in momentum when I got that bad mark? Of course not. I was having fun because I was skipping school and doing things, but was I really having fun? Because now that I got a bad mark, I didn't get any gratification from that. I didn't get a win. So guess what happens next time? I don't study. I get another bad mark. Okay. Why would if I don't change what I'm doing in life, I'm not going to get that good mark. So now look what the universe attracted to me. I hung around with other people that weren't studying. When I was skipping school, I hung around with other people that were skipping school. They were also getting bad marks. So we started doing bad things. But what if I was in momentum? That's what I tell my children. I go, you're in school, so you have to make it a goal to get a good grade because that's your goal right now at this moment. Okay? So once they get a good grade, they get a win. Now that they got a win, they want to get another win. Now they're in momentum. Now that they're getting good grades or momentum, guess who their friends are? Other smart kids in school. What are they doing? They're studying together. The universe is vibing in the same frequency and the people are getting attracted to them in the momentum that you are. Does that make sense? So what I want you to really practice is action. Do not procrastinate. If tomorrow is your favorite word like it was mine, I want you to take that out of your vocabulary. I want you to take action, take it for enough times, and as you get those wins, you also will be in momentum. And as you move forward in momentum, the universe is going to reward you with more things, and you're going to further go into momentum. So when I look at the happiest people on this planet, they're usually maxed out. What do I mean by maxed out? They are leaving it all on the floor. They have a fear of regret that is so much bigger than their fear of failure, their fear of success. It's so much bigger than all of that they don't want to leave this world not doing what they were supposed to do. When it comes to momentum, I don't want you to compare yourself to anybody else because the truth is we are not born equal. I'm not 6'8", 280 pounds, and I cannot jump like LeBron James. There is some God-given talents that we are given when we come to this universe. Well, so you can't really compare yourself to others. But what you have to do is you have to find your superpower and make sure that you max out on your superpower without judging yourself and comparing yourself against others. So I think the real key is, and a lot of the reasons why we don't fall into action and momentum is because we're not finding the passion that we are meant to do. So you have to do an inventory of your soul. And in that inventory, you have to really ask what you love doing and what you don't love doing. Okay? And then if you find something that you actually truly care about, we heard that saying a lot of times, it doesn't feel like work. Well, that's the truth. That is the truth. And you really have to find out what you love to do. Once you find out what you love to do, you have to go all out. See, as human beings, we have something called choice. And I want you to eliminate choice, because in that choice, we make choices that don't lead to momentum and action. For example, let's take a tree that is planted. They don't think to themselves, oh, I want to grow half big, or I just want to get so high. No, they max out. They try to be the biggest, baddest tree that they can be. Not only do they grow up, they actually build roots down low. They build heavy roots in the ground. They totally max out. They don't have a choice. Okay? I want you to think like that tree. Find what you're meant to do. Do it, take action, eliminate choice, because that choice is procrastination. So how do you eliminate choice? Make an action plan and make sure you honor your word. Do not negotiate with yourself. If you say you're going to do something and you commit to it and you wrote that contract, I'm going to do this, there is no more negotiating with yourself. That's it. Eliminate that. If you say you're going to wake up at 6 a.m. and that buzzer rings, that first thing is, oh, I want to stay in the blanket. You need to eliminate that choice. No negotiations. You actually need to say, Rick, we committed to this. On your word, get your ass up. You eliminate that. Find out who you truly are. Get into action. Action creates momentum. Momentum will open up bigger frequencies so the universe can reward you with new things. Law of attraction opens up, and you too will get rid of that little voice that in your head that's aching you because you're not in momentum. See you next time, y'all.